King Harold here, and welcome to King's Club Casino, where we teach professional baccarat. This is not for entertainment purposes, although you may be entertained tonight. This is for instruction in how you can do it for yourself as a profession or as a side hustle. Anybody interested in having an algorithm designed specifically for them should reach out to me by email, radarinc, RAYDARINC, @gmail.com. Radarinc, RAYDARINC, @gmail.com. And I'll tailor a baccarat for you so that you can make your own living at this game. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a mathematician from years gone by, an actuarialist, which helps in designing this game because this game does have actuarial outcomes. And I got a bunch of my friends coming in right now. I'll say hello to Guaping, Chuck Ritter, welcome, sir. Trish, booyah. Nice to have my friends coming in now. We've got some things we're going to cover tonight. I thought last night's session was very instructive, and particularly when the high roller had some problems last night. Hey, listen, problems are part of the game. You've got to be able to deal with it. And thus far, we have been able to do that. And we got great plans ahead of us for some more things that we're going to do. For all of you who are joining for the first time, if you're interested in this great game, you've come to the right place. Every place you've been before is the wrong place, and you already know that. I watch everything on YouTube that comes out. I can spot the problems immediately at the very start of their game. I can see it. And so it doesn't even matter what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing something on these other shows that actually is of value to us that I could introduce here. But so far, of all the baccarat shows I've watched, and it doesn't matter if I'm talking about Dana White or I'm talking about Mickey Massey or John Zarazani, although John only plays blackjack because he's not figured out yet that game is going to beat him. He's figured out a way to make money with his influencing, so that's what he does. It's freezing in Melbourne. Oh my God, Matthew Paul, that doesn't even seem right. That does not seem right. Oh gosh. Down under, and it's cold tonight because it's winter there, I suppose. Um, and Booyah's got a metaphor for how hot it is where he is. So, okay, so let's kick it off by showing I did another demonstration today for myself to test that same thing that I did yesterday. I did a chop 1, and then I did a chop 1 and 2, and then I did an only player. Hey, Green Shark, how you doing? And then I did an only banker using the +10, -9 D'Alembert that we designed for this, and doggone it, it came out the same way. Here it is here. And so using chop 1 only, betting only chop 1. If you lose, you wait for the next chop. If you win, you have a new chop because you won and it didn't follow into a couplet. And so if you win right away, you get to play again with the chop 1. And you start off with the mathematics is where this bears itself out, this 10 and -9. You win 10 units, and then we go down to 1 unit, and we lost. We go back up 10 units to 11 units, and we won. And then we go down 9 units to 2, and we lost. And then we went up 10 units to 12, and we lost again. But then we won the next 10. And so if you just isolate right there on that 2, -2 units, -12 units, that's -14. And then you win the 1 hand, 1 out of 3. And that's what you've got. You're up 8 units in that 3 right there. And that's how it bears itself out. We won 5 hands and we lost 6. There were +90 units and -57 units, which is a 33 unit win, which is $330 since we were playing $10 units. So then we tried to play a chop 1 and a chop 2. And, well, I just go ahead and scan down. We actually did better. We won 6 and lost 5. And winning 6 got us 89 plus units. Losing 5, lost us 38 units. So we won 51 units for $510. Then I isolated and I played player only. And this is with an autopsy. This isn't different series. You can see it's an autopsy because if the player wins, the banker loses. And so I played the very same autopsy. And what happens is the bet salvages it. We're 6 and 5 on the player. We were 5 and 6 on the banker. So the player won $510, or rather, $510, 51 units. And the banker won 334 units to win $340. So it didn't matter which side we were playing. We didn't bounce back and forth. We didn't try to do anything fancy. We played only player for the same amount of hands, and we played banker against the very same hands, and that's how it turned out. And so this is what proves out, as here in the kingdom we had identified long ago, the most important thing is the bet. And the bet of plus 10 units minus 9 is that's the D'Alembert delivered here. Hey, Joseph Gurecki, how you doing, buddy? So let's go ahead and do a session tonight, and let's hope that we get in some deep water here. I will tell you, on the high roller, I'm at plus 6 minus 5 $50 units. I'm thinking about going to $30 units, going plus 10 minus 9. And it would be the same thing, $300 up, 270 down. And so I'm thinking about high roller going to $30 units, or maybe 25, and figure out something. But as far as the mid roller and the low roller, we're doing 10 minus 9. We're doing $10 units on the mid with a $200 start. We want to win $100. That's what we want to win. With the low roller, we're going to go 10 units and down 9 with a $5 units. And beginning at 100, we want to win $50 on the low roller, so that we manage everything the way it's supposed to be done. I think I got a pen here just in case I run into any trouble. I want to be able to keep track of what's going on here. But we're starting at, well, let's go ahead and do that. We're starting at 2,073,000. It's important to have that down. 2,073,000 is where we're going to start. We're going to start with high roller. Of course, I'm in the car since I don't have Wi-Fi in the house anymore right now. Not that it matters. I screwed everything up last night. I didn't realize that we'd lost. Well, there's no way for me to know that it lost signal, except you guys tell me that hey, King, you got no volume or you lost your signal, and then I'll try to reboot it and restart it and see where we go. But I'm on the west side of town tonight. I came over to look at the county fair at the fairgrounds and the fireworks over here. It's a nice night for everybody in Bloomington to get out on the west side. Bacon cookies, Joseph Gurecki, yes. All right, man. Hey, Matthew Paul. Yep. Listen, this is where you learn professional baccarat. We teach it. We don't teach it for entertainment. You'll see how we're playing it. We're going to play chop one only tonight, which means if we lose, we're going to wait for another chop. If we win and we need another bet, we're going to play it right then. If we don't need another bet, we're walking, because that's the way it's done. We want to win $300. This is high roller, and so we're using $50 units plus 6 and down 5. This is our own D'Alembert betting that we play. And so we're going to try to chop here, which would mean we're going to play player, and we're going to start with a $300 bet, which would mean just like that. $300 bet on the player, verifying that we got a banker win there. So we're trying to chop that banker right now if we can. Yeah, tell them what kind of cookies you're making, Gurecki. You two Wisconsin guys are together up there. So here's 300 on the player. And with that loss, we're going to have to go to 600 next time, but we got to wait for another chop because we got a couplet there. Couplet, pair, whatever you want to call it. We need a player win right now to get back, and we got one. So now we're going to go to $600 on the banker. This is not a martingale though. This is simply up 6 units to from 300 to 600. It's not a martingale because the next bet would not be 12. It would be 9 if we needed it. But we're hoping to catch a win here. Let's see what we can do here. Got a tie. We'll repeat it. And there's the win. Now, we're up $270 right now. I want to be up 300, but as this game is played, I don't play around too much with it unless you guys screamed at me and said, I want you to try to get to 300. Well, then I would, but I would do it this way. We need $30, so if you want me to do it, I'll do it. Sugar cookies, ooh, nice. So let's play $30 and see if we can win it. I might martingale, I don't care. We're going to put $30 on the banker, on the player rather. Okay, so now we have got what? We got to get a chop. Didn't get one. So there's the chop. I'm going to bet $100 on the banker because I don't want that commission to eat me up. So we're just going to go back to $100 here. On the banker, here we go, trying to chop this player. And with that one down, I'm going to end up... This is why you don't play around with it once you've got your money. But this is for just learning purposes here anyway. So give me another chop here that we can go against. We're streaking right now on the player bets. This is high roller we're working now. We were up to very near making our money and we backed out of it. So here we go. So we got yeah, let's go. We got to make $260. So I'm going to bet exactly the amount needed. And if we lose, we'll have to figure out another bet. But I'm going to bet $260 on the player right now. Yep, there you go. Just going to wind down the hill. Let's get a chop here. I'm going to keep betting the amount necessary. So now we got 3 in a row bankers. 4 in a row. Let them streak, we don't care. It'll just make the show longer. You guys will just have to deal with me. Sorry about that. So we got a player bet, and we need, how much do we need? 272, 880, 420. So I'll go to 50 because I want to win this, and I want the commission to be all right. But we're not going to win right now. All right, so we got 450 was the bet. I might go one more time and then see what happens here. And we got a streaking on the player right now. Okay, I think we got a chop there with the banker. Okay, so we've got to get up to... So I'm going to go up to $900 on the player here. I'm going to revert back to our D'Alembert. This will be the third bet, 369. Good loss. Now I'm going to dig myself all the way out of this. So let's figure this out. All right, we got two bankers. The next bet I'm going to bet 1,200. I'm just going to go ahead and battle it and try to see can I get back to it. All right, so we got a $1,200 banker bet coming up. Let's see if we can win a hand. Okay, we won one. 272, 670. Okay, so let's go here. We won 1,200 there, right? So we would go down 250. Chuck Ritter, you there for me? We're going to go 950, right? So there we go. 950 on the player. Now we need a chop. Oh, we got a chop. So now we have to go to 1,250 on the banker. $1,250 on the banker. We returned back up. Now we got to get another chop. And the next bet will be $1,550. Still going player. Come on back here, boy. We need a banker win. There it is. So then we'll try $1,550 on the player. Okay, so trying to battle our way back. $1,550 is going to go down $250 to $1,300. So that's going to be $1,300 on the banker. The next bet will be $1,600 if we can get a chop. I'm not kidding. I actually enjoy this. We had the money won, but I enjoy playing it out. So somebody tell me I didn't write it down what the bet was. I think the bet is $1,650. So we're going to put $1,650 over here. Unless I'm mistaken, somebody will tell me. Thanks, Chuck. $1,650 on the player. There you go. Let's just keep rolling with it. I got me and Chuck Ritter into this now. Oh, come on. It'll take as long as it takes. With that one there, we'll go to banker for $1,950. Okay, so the next bet's going to be $1,700, and that's going to be on the player. We don't have to wait this time. After the win, you have a chop. So we're going to $1,700 on the player right now. So we have battled our way back a little bit, but we still got to go some more. So did we bet $1,700 that time, Chuck? So let's go to $1,450. But wait a minute, we don't need $1,450. No, I'm going to do it anyway. We don't need it, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's the Dellenberg progression. If I'm at the table, I wouldn't do this. I would play what I needed. Yeah, Mike, it does. It does. Listen, it's not always the same way. Good thing I have $1 million. I got 20,000. And see what we did there? We started at $2,073,000, so we ended up making $1,000. Yes, it took a while, but we didn't win 300. We won 1,000, and that's just because I didn't back off the Dellenberg like I would have if I was at the table. But the proof is in exactly what happened there. You saw how many we lost and how many hands we won, and even with only a very few hands won, the Dellenberg came out with it. 1650. There you go. Thanks, Chuck. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll restart this thing at 2,074,000. I'll bet. We'll see if they'll let me bet $1. Will they? Yeah. No, they won't let me bet $1. Okay. What I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to call it 2,074,000, and we'll go to mid roller now. And the mid roller is going to be up 10 units, down 9 of $10. We're going to start with a $200 bet, and we're trying to win $100. So that's what we're going to do. We've got a chop right here, so we've got a $200 bet on the player. 200 on the player, and there we go. This is mid roller. So now we got to get a chop bet. The next bet's $300 bet. Tie's coming out now. Where are we now? We got 3 bankers in a row. We need a player break, and then we're going to go to a $300 bet. Another banker. Banker streaks on you. We have to wait for a chop. We're sitting out, waiting on a chop here. Long banker streak happening. Doesn't matter to us. We're not losing money. We're not winning money. We're waiting our turn. There's the win finally. Nice long streak for the banker right there. Isn't that sweet? 9 in a row. But we wanted to come back to the banker right now. Yeah, they're shooting fireworks out over at the fairgrounds. So we wanted to come right back to the banker. We're going to bet $300 right here. That is up 10 units of $10 from the beginning bet 200. We're going to keep just escalating that way with the $100 escalations to try to keep it under control. So there's the player bet. It is streaking 3 times now. And if we have to shuffle, we will. This was what I was telling you about. You could jump over and play a martingale for a little while to break the pace when you get a long run like that banker had. So there's a chop over there. So now we're going to bet $400 on the player. So there's the wind. That's 73.9. So the next bet's going to be 310. We're going down $90. So we're going to try to chop this one here with a $310 bet. $310 bet on the banker. This is down 9 units because we were at 400. And there it is. So now we are $4. Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. I was going to say we're $4 short, but we only wanted to make $100, and we made $196. So we wanted to make $100. We started at $2,074,000, just like see right there, $2,074,000, and we made $196. So we made over $1,000 on the high roller. We made $196, and it was just because of the game went longer than you wanted. You want a short session if you can get it, but you can't make the game be what it's not. So let's bet 196. Let's bet 196 in Chuck Ritter style to see if we can get rid of $196 here. Just so we got an even number. Oh, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, so we're at $2,074,000. We want to win $50 on low roller. This is low roller. This is like Cali KB out there in California. King Brett Morton, he plays this. So we're going to play start at $100. And we're going to do units of 5. We're going to go up 10 units of 550, down 9 units of 545. The reason we're doing the 10 up then 9 down is so we protect the winning. When we make a win, we want to bank some of that money. And so then if we come back and win another one, you've got all the money and you can leave. It hasn't been that easy tonight, but life isn't always easy. So here we go. This is professional play. We're not here for entertainment. We're here to take the money. We took $1,000 in the high roller. We just took a whole bunch of money in the mid roller, and now with the low roller, all we want to get is $50. We're going to start with a $100 bet. Where are we now? We got to get something to chop against. That's a pair of bankers going. So, and we're down to 80 cards left. So we're almost out of time on this one, but I'll shuffle them if we have to. We're going to play it out. I got to show low roller. So I think that's a single player there. There you go. So a banker would chop this player. So that's going to be the bet we're going to make, and we're going to bet $100. $100 on the banker right there. First bet for low roller. Here it is. So with that $100 bet, the next bet is going to be $150. But we got to have a no bet here because of losing that bet. So $150 is the next bet. Is that player streaking now? Yes, it is. So we need a banker to chop it. And then we're going to $150 to try to chop that. Yeah, it was close, right, Chuck? I know what you mean. Close on that tie. We got a streak going for the player here. We're holding a $150 bet in advance until it comes around and gets us. And there's a 0-0 tie. It's worth nothing. We have fun with the community because this is all our friends. We're all together. We're all professional players, and we all know what's going on right now. That's a banker win. So now we got something to chop against. We got a $150 bet up 10 units of 5 on the player. Oh, good. Then the player's going to give us a hard time tonight because it's going to be hard to get it back because we're only going up in $50 units. But that's okay. We'll go to 200 next time. We got to get something to chop against, so we might even have to have another shuffle. The way this shoe's been, we want to shuffle it. Can't be any worse. And everything streaks. See if we can get one more hand in here. Yeah, it backdoored it. Sometimes they'll take a card when they don't want it. So the bet is 250, I believe it is. If I made a mistake, I did. And so it'll be all right. So we're betting $250 on the banker trying to chop this player hand. And with that win, we took a little bit of a hit on commission. We're at $2,073,900, almost back to even. That 250. So the next bet's going to be 205, and we're going to bet 205 on the next one that we have a chop on. They're going to burn 10 cards here because that was a 10 face count up. So you're going to burn the amount that the card came up. We got a no bet here. And now I'm going to bet 205 on the banker because that's down $45. And we got a tie out of that. Rebet it. And we're going to tie it up again. And even with the commission, that is a profit of $183. So we busted through the profit on all three. I hope you guys were able to watch it carefully and see how the D'Alembert works, and that you don't have to win every hand. Matter of fact, if you win 50% of the hands, you're going to be able to buy a mansion. If you win 40% of the hands, you are going to be profitable. And this being the game that it is, playing it the way we do, you're going to win 40%, which is about what we won tonight. And at 40%, we won over 1,000 at the high roller. We won about 400 on the mid roller, and we just won over 100. We almost won 200, even though we only wanted 50. Yeah, so the bet was, thanks, Chuck. I need you to sit in the car with me, Chuck, so you can, I got too many hands going and trying to check numbers back and forth and bound to screw it up. So trust me, I'm a little bit better. The table is actually so much easier to play than doing these simulations. The simulations are really hard. Okay, so if anybody breezed in and you want your own your own baccarat professional strategy for you. I'm going to ask you to give me your bankroll. I'm going to ask you to give me how much you want to make per session. And then I'm going to find out if you're really going to be a professional player or if you want to sit there and play for fun. Because if you want to play for fun, you're in the wrong place. This is the place where we need to make the money. And this is what we intend on doing. This is what we have been doing for quite some time. As we make plans for our next venture, it's going to be really exciting, and I'm going to not have a car out there or any of those things. I'm going to have none of those trappings, and I'm going to be fully focused, and I've got some plans to make with King John, too, that will be surprising to you guys. Thank you very much, Chuck. If you guys liked watching this brutality tonight, please hit the like button on the way out. I'm going to be back with you tomorrow night because I want to keep feeding this stuff out there until we all know exactly what it is. When I say chop one, that's what I mean, one chop. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate it very much. That's what this is, a workshop. And I put together things doing my autopsy off of the big road that I see, and I do the work during the day. Richard, thank you. Gilbert, Rary, thank you so very much. To all of you, Green Shark, everybody, love you all. Good night. I will be back to see you tomorrow.